President Biden is spending another day in New York City, meeting with world leaders at the United Nations General Assembly, and later on holding a campaign event.
But he's not scheduled to meet with the city's Democratic mayor, Eric Adams. You'd think the two would be on the same page, but the pair is avoiding each other, reportedly, because of tensions over what should be done about the migrant crisis, which Mayor Adams is largely placing on President Biden and the administration. Dre Clark is there in New York City for us live. And Dre, we know Mayor Adams has already said that this crisis is going to, quote, destroy the city that they know and love. And it sounds a lot like Governor Abbott of Texas.
Well, I think Governor Abbott is sitting this one out for a while and allowing the two powerful Democrats to engage in a war of words. The mayor says he just doesn't see eye to eye with the president on this issue. But meanwhile, President Biden has been here in New York City since Sunday. He's been seen around town attending dinner parties and political fundraisers, but he has not stopped by any migrant shelters. The Roosevelt Hotel here behind me is an intake center for newly arriving migrants. It's just a few blocks away from the UN, where the president spoke yesterday. Some people say the president's choice not to address the migrant crisis publicly is retaliation against the mayor, who has said repeatedly that he believes the White House and the federal government is failing to act.
In the shadows of the UN General Assembly, the migrant crisis is unfolding on the streets of New York City. But a face-to-face meet and greet between President Biden and New York Governor Kathy Hochul Tuesday could be moving the needle forward. The governor saying late last night on X, formerly Twitter, she had a productive conversation about getting help with the growing migrant crisis. New York City Mayor Eric Adams was not a part of that meeting, having only spoken with the president once earlier this year about the city's desperate need for federal funding. The mayor says right now there are no plans to meet with the president while he's in town.
You guys know where I am all the time. We'll release if we're going to be with the president or not.
The relationship between the mayor and president has gone from favorable to fragile. The mayor has been critical of the White House, saying it's been irresponsible in addressing the city's migrant crisis, and it shows a lack of leadership.
New York don't deserve this. The asylum seekers don't deserve this. And so while he's here, I think that they should really reflect on New York City has done its part.
One consistent criticism is the mayor blaming the president for not signing a special order to grant migrants work permits, which he says would ease the financial burden on the city.
That's something the Biden administration can do with a stroke of a pen, rather than waiting on Congress.
Democratic strategist Josh Flashstow says Adams' public criticism of the president is rubbing the administration the wrong way, but his requests for help are reasonable.
We are the largest city in this country. We are the economic engine, not of the country, but also of the world. And when the mayor asks for something, he should be given it.
More than 110,000 migrants have come to the city since last spring, with an average of 10,000 still arriving every month.
This issue will destroy New York City.
The city has spent $2 billion so far caring for the migrants and a projected $12 billion by 2025 with no federal funding.
You know, this is a crisis that is engulfing the entire country, whether it's border states or states where migrants are starting to flock to. And so it is the federal government's responsibility to give the local governments whatever resources.
Now, to help cover the cost of providing care and shelter for the migrants, the mayor has proposed city-run departments cut their budgets by up to 15%. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security says so far it has sent the state of New York and New York City about $140 million to help cover the cost of the migrants. But the mayor says that's merely a drop in the bucket, so he continues to send that request to please send more money. Adrienne.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.